Welcome to the Maritime Startup Ecosystem Interviews, a series we created to give even more exposure to startups from the Maritime Startup Ecosystem Network. Today I'm here with Shachar Tal of Loginno. Actually, it's Loginno, but he will tell us. Loginno turns shipping containers into data miners, unlocking disruptive benefits for the logistic industry. So welcome, Shachar. How are you? Good to see you.
Thank you. COVID willing, I'm super fine.
Yeah. We are safer now because we are locked in and in our cubicles or our homes or our whatever rooms, and we are safe. So how are you doing apart from COVID? Are you where are you based? Where are you based?
So Loginno is an Israeli company.
Yeah.
And we were very fortunate to have a lot of Israeli cutting-edge military originated technology that we could use. So that was a really good, let's say, a really good solution in-house that we can find for lots of logistics problems, maritime problems that went unanswered for a long time.
Okay. So can you tell us, now you gave us already a bit of background about where the technology comes and how you leverage it. So can you explain briefly what Loginno does for the maritime industry or in the maritime industry?
So Loginno, as you've said very correctly, we have today a very, very good and superior solution to take this dumb metal box, which is the shipping container, but is also the part of the veins of global economy, right?
Yes.
And we take it and we give it eyes, ears, a brain, a mouth, a way to tell what's up with in real time, what's up with its cargo and its surroundings. So we basically manufacture or create or mine a new type of data, which is not a standard in the logistics industry regarding the physical aspects of the container's voyage and of the cargo's voyage. And this, if you do it in real time, again, you get the pulse of the veins of global economy, and you unlock tons of features and processes that are relevant for now, for the 21st century. We're best friends with the shipping companies and generally the owners of containers, of container fleets.
Yeah.
We partner with them, and together we deliver the solution to the rest of the market.
Okay, got it. Okay, so your solution is something I think I remember you explained me is a small box that somehow gets attached to a container box, and
it replaces the standard container vent in the container.
Okay, fine. Okay, so it also, it doesn't take more space than what is available.
Zero additional space for the container.
Yeah. Super interesting, and it collects data. And this is interesting for the container owner, for the shipper, and for anyone who is involved with the cargo that is in that container. But
customs, Homeland Security, insurance, exactly. Everyone.
But also knowing what is happening across thousands or millions of containers, you have also an idea what is happening at a global scale as a kind of metadata. Which is super interesting to really define and understand how trades work. Different trades are going in different areas. So this is very interesting. So is this just an idea, or is it a prototype, or is it a full-scale product that you have already developed? I know the answer, but please tell us.
So last year we had more questions than answers. I mean, we knew that the technology is ready and the business model makes sense and everything, but we didn't have a shipping company partner to do the first step with. And our project it's all or nothing. It's the whole fleet or, not at all. So we kind of issued a competition for all shipping companies except the top 20 because we didn't want to start that large.
Yeah.
We had 17 applicants, and we announced last year of the winner, which is a company called Login Logistica from Brazil, who became our sole partner in firstly creating what we call Contopia, which is a mesh of container and utopia. It's a
Yeah.
term that we use to describe a world where every shipping container is smart and connected. We've been at a testing phase, really a lot of deliberations on how to do it right, because we really want to make it right at the first time. And now we're actually after the, or let's say in the production phase, where the service is going to roll out fleet-wide next year. This year.
Okay, great. Well, yes, the cycle of development, not much of the product as much of the business, it's relatively slow, because you need to have at least one ship owner or fleet owner on board. That is this partnership that you have with the Brazilian company, and you have to deploy this on all their containers, and then you start collecting data. And this takes time, because it's a physical endeavor. It's not just let's deploy 1 million apps all over the world. No, it's not apps, it's physical.
For the first shipping company, it's a lot of deliberation, because it's the first time anyone is doing this in the world. It's never been done. But part of why we invest so much in the design is that we want to make it very rapidly scalable. So if it works with a company that has a 20,000 container fleet, it would also work in a 200,000 container fleet and on a 2 million container fleet. And that's the, let's say, the secret sauce. Because when it works, it's scalable, because everything's a standard, including the hardware itself, which is part of the standard. And after the first company, you could then do the second and the third. And Lord knows we have our pipeline, and we have to pace things in order to do this right. So there will definitely be the second, and definitely be the third. Even very, very interesting names that all of us know. But nothing yet for this interview. I'm sorry.
No, that's great. It's great to know that you have others lined up. And actually, yes, you're running a pilot, but it's a pilot of, you said, 20,000 containers. It's not a pilot with 2 containers that say, everything went perfect, so now we can scale up at 20 million. Well, no, take it easy. From 2 to 20 million, it's a big gap. From 20,000 to 200,000 to 2 million, this is scalability. This is how you plan scalability. So that's great. It looks fantastic. And I guess, particularly because there is a physical object that you build at scale, so you have at least 20,000 units out there. And even if a unit costs, I don't know, say $10 or $20, it's a lot of money to invest. So how are you doing with investment? How are you doing with funding?
So we're actually not your traditional startup when it comes to funding. Usually most startups are giving equity, raising money. But we took a different approach. We're actually funding our projects with using banks. So every project is financed, and every deal has back-to-back financing from the shipping company to the bank that is financing the installation. So the shipping company really doesn't have these huge setup costs for installing devices, and we can be super flexible, invest per demand, invest per at the ease of the shipping company. Granted that really, in order to reap the full benefits, we have to convert the full fleet. But let's say the speed of doing that and the pace that we're taking, it's let's say the easiest out of everything that's out there. So to answer your questions, we don't have an active round. We don't really need a lot of money, because each project is profitable by itself. We don't do unprofitable project.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to say that as far as the market looks, our technology looks super interesting. Again, to big names, and we never saw. I mean, if there's something huge that requires an investment, and somebody has this idea that requires an investment, they can definitely come talk to us. We don't say no to investors. We're just not in an open round because it's not like we need to wait until we have certain kind of money and then run forward. We're already running forward.
Yeah. In a way, you are. Well, so I understand that you managed to get the support of banks to finance the deployment of the
answer is
IoT
yes.
devices. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you you are financing your growth with your
with sales.
Projects.
The healthy way to do it.
Exactly. So you're not fundraising, actively looking.
Not
for
actively,
funds.
But never say no to an investor.
Exactly. As everybody would say, never say no to money. Well, depends on the terms it comes. But let's talk about it. So in any case, if there is any big investor who wants to make a hit, it might be worth talking to you. So, well, that's great. I'm really happy to see a startup that is not quite literally bootstrapping, but that is doing it, financing it with its work.
It's a mix of both worlds. We are really careful when we give out equity.
Yeah.
But we already gave out equity. I mean, the company does have investors. We needed some money to get started.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But going forward, I mean, the healthy way to do, I wouldn't call it bootstrapping, but the healthy way to move forward is, getting money for this is business. Getting money for sales.
Yeah.
So this is what we do currently.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations. And we've been following you since I think the very beginning for at least 2 years. How long have you been operating now? A couple of years.
As an active company from 2016.
Oh, okay.
As an idea, as a development idea. I mean, the first patent, the vent patent, was registered in 2009. I think that's the priority date.
Yeah.
So the idea is not relatively new, but as an active company doing business from 2016.
Okay, so you're going to be the typical overnight success that took like 5 years in the making.
Exactly. It's always like this. It's always like this.
Well, but I really wish you well and to really become an overnight success. Thank you for this nice chat. It's always
great
you,
Leonardo.
For us talking to startups. So thank you, Shachar. Loginno. Stay tuned. Thank you. Cheers.
Bye-bye.